welcome to Tim's Workshop out here at our new location at Ocean Bound RV. It's east of Coos Bay by the town of Charleston. So anyway, I got my new hat and it has the name of what I was just trying to butcher up on it. I got to show you my sat setup that I was struggling with yesterday. So anyway, got the sat cable coming through here. All 50 foot, that's max you can go on cable. I got it up here, stretched out, and I have it pointing towards the satellites. So I had this one little open area here. So that worked. So now we're gonna go on our walk here. And we're gonna go down to the, get my garbage. So we're gonna head down and to the dump. Actually, I'm going the wrong way. It's this way, actually. This RV here is the camp host, and that old cougar over there, that's the guy that is the owner, the guy that built this place. And his wife has I think she works at like a real estate office or something. So she's kind of back and forth, comes here and then leaves and comes back again. So we're in the forest here, you know, even though we're by the ocean. And you can hear the ocean over there. And then that's like a state park right there, right next to it. It's kind of cool. But they did a really good job. Look at this thing. They took the trees they cut down and made dividers for the RV spots. This is kind of really slick how they did this. They put in these pumps, and these pumps, fold the camera down here. You hook it up to your dump on your RV. You hook it up to that, and actually this is one's missing the on-off switch. And when you do that, you make sure your hookup to your trailer dump handle is open, because if it's not and you open up that valve and this thing's on, it'll collapse your hose. That's how much suction's on this thing. That little motor there actually grinds up everything, liquid waste basically, and it goes into a tank, and they come by and drain all the tanks, and they take it to a dump station, because they weren't allowed when they built this park to hook up to the city sewer. So they have to actually get rid of their waste, which is kind of a pain, but so that's how they do it. They have it set up so you can drain your tank at your site. The people that are here don't have to worry about it, but they do. They have to go take it to a dump site. That's kind of interesting how they got it all set up.
Do you know where an office is?
It's not really an office. The next camper up on the left side, that's the camp host.
Oh.
So talk to them.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I don't know about that. They look kind of shady. Now, where's the office? Well, there isn't really an office here. They just built this place. So it has a playground, you know, for the kids and stuff. That's kind of cool. They have this shower here. It's all portable, it looks like. They just brought it in and hooked up all the plumbing. These are the bathrooms, and then the shower is this next one over here. There's the entrance to the shower. It's one door, so everybody has to take their turn, so you know. But they do have at least 3 restrooms here. It's pretty cool. And that house over there is empty. It's a really nice house. And I don't know if the people that bought this property here own it, and they just don't live there. I don't know. It's kind of weird. In that house there, that's not part of this. That's across the street. All these bushes have lights by them, so when you drive in here that's the entrance over there. When you drive in the entrance, all these are lit up at night. Yeah, that's a really nice park. The only issue is they don't have cable TV, but I was able to, luckily, to get a signal where we're at with our satellite dish. That was a big win yesterday for me, to be able to get the thing not only hooked up to the national channels. You know, we only paid for a month, through Dish. It's pay as you go or whatever they call the thing. We paid the extra $13 for the local channels too. So when you go to a different RV park, you go to your profile on your app for mydish.com, and you go in there, and the billing address, you just change it to the address you're at with your RV that you moved to with the zip code. You do that, you save it, and then when you turn on your dish and finally get a signal, the lower channels is usually the local channels for the area you're in, what everybody picks up on their TV locally. So we did that. Well, it works. I was just expecting the national channels only. Couldn't believe it. Now if we ever come back here again, we're going to have to scope out the site to make sure that we have a site where I guess we could request the same site again and just hook it up the same way. We could do that. So we'll see. But yeah, it worked out really good. This gal came in earlier with the Chartreuse Jeep. Anyway, it says Pinky on it. That must be her nickname. We were trying to figure out what site we were going to because the one we had yesterday, the people hadn't left yet. The owner and his wife were here, and we said, hey, so what are we supposed to do? They said, oh, you can go over to 31 over here. And she said, I'll go back to my office and update everything. So I said, do we have to move again? She said, no, you're good there. And then we came back after having dinner, and those people still hadn't left. They were supposed to leave before noon or 11 or whatever the checkout time. And they never even left. So anyway, that's it for this one. This cord I have on here, that's another thing I'm going to have to invest in, is a pack that goes on the camera. Makes it thicker, so I'm going to have the longer bolts like I said earlier. But I'm going to go ahead and get the receiver and transmitter for the microphone that attaches to the camera. That way I don't have to have this cord here. I just keep on changing things up. All right, so we'll talk to you later. The old apple pie. There is something for both you and I. It could be a pin that the cook had dropped in, or it could be a